Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parsha Vayelech. The question of the week is, what is our relationship with people after they pass away? So in this week's Torah portion, Parsha Vayelech, we learn about Moshe Rabbeinu passing away. And before he passes away, the Torah tells us, he reaches out and he says, Akilu, gather all the Jewish people together. Now Rashi says, Moshe Rabbeinu gathers the Jewish people. We know when they gathered the Jewish people in the past, they used trumpets. Where are the trumpets? He didn't say bring out the trumpets to gather the Jewish people. And Rashi explains the reason why there was no trumpets is because, based on a verse in the prophets, Minkowicz, where King Solomon says, Ein shilton b'yom ha'movis. On the day of death, there's no dominion, there's no rulership. And therefore he didn't blow the trumpets. But nevertheless, he gathered the Jewish people. So if he's gathering them, why know the trumpets? And the Rabbi explains as follows. That what happens is, as the Rabbi writes in Tanya, after a tzaddik passes away, his soul goes up higher and higher and higher. So one might think the soul is going up, we're losing connection with the soul. And the Rabbi explains that when the soul is in this world, the relationship is physical. And that's why when Moshe Rabbeinu gathered the Jewish people, they used the trumpets to gather the Jewish people. But what happens once he passes away? It's not a physical relationship. It's a stronger relationship. It's a quiet relationship. It's a deeper relationship. And the relationship is very, very strong up to the point that even though Moshe Rabbeinu is not going to rule with the trumpets, but he gathered the Jewish people. Why? Because Moshe Rabbeinu and the Jewish people are one, even after he passes away. And like we see in the Torah in Numbers, where it speaks of when the Jewish people went to reach out to the kings, so sometimes it says Moshe Rabbeinu reached out, and sometimes it says the Jewish people reached out. And the question is, who's reaching out? Moshe Rabbeinu and the Jewish people. And Rashi says that the Jewish people and Moshe and the Jewish people are one. We're one with Moshe Rabbeinu. The difference is that when Moshe Rabbeinu ruled when he was alive physically, they used trumpets. But after 120, he gathered them without any trumpets, without any fanfare, quiet. So to answer the question, what is our relationship with people after they pass away, and especially we're coming out to Yom Kippur, where everyone does, the people that do Yizkor, people that passed away, whether it's a spouse, a parent, a child, a friend, whoever it may be. What's the connection? And you see clearly the connection is strong, a different connection. Not a connection of noise, not a connection of something physical, but a connection of quietness. Like you're standing here by the river and you hear the noise, a quiet noise. That is the connection after people pass away. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. This week's Torah lesson is dedicated to the memory of Baruch ben Ari Leib, Shlomo ben Yosef, Rachel bas Lipa, and Sina bat Sarah. May their souls be elevated for the Torah we're studying in their memory. Thanks again for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. For more information, please see our website, chabadswf.org. Have a great and blessed week. Shavua Tov. Have an easy fast on Yom Kippur, and God should forgive us all, and we should have a great and blessed year. Shavua Tov.